Unjustifiable Homicides in Haiti. The Literary Digest, January 1st, 1921. There are at least 3 ways, American editors have discovered, of looking at the report of the Naval Court of Inquiry, which gave a practically clean bill of health to that part of the Marine Corps which has been policing Haiti. The report is accepted as the only finding possible in the light of all the evidence by most supporters of the administration. It is derided by radicals and socialists as a whitewash, the sort of investigation so often staged by the British in Egypt and India. While a third variety of opinion accepts both the investigation and the report with reservations, and calls for a congressional investigation to lay bare the facts of our activities in Haiti. The naval inquiry was inaugurated, as the press recall, largely to investigate charges made by Brigadier General George Barnett, former Commandant of the Marine Corps. His letter, made public by the Navy Department some months ago, more than a year after it was written, accused certain members of the Marine Corps of practically indiscriminate killing of natives. There was no proper ground for this statement, according to the report of the Naval Court of Inquiry headed by Rear Admiral Henry T. Mayo, which presents its findings of facts as follows. 1. The court finds that 2 unjustifiable homicides have been committed, one each by 2 of the personnel of the United States Naval Service, and that 16 other serious acts of violence have been perpetrated against citizens of Haiti during the same period by individuals of such personnel. 2. The court finds further that these offenses were all isolated acts of individuals, and that in every case the responsible party was duly brought to trial before a general court-martial, convicted, and sentenced. 3. The court has found no evidence of the commission of any other unjustifiable homicides or other serious unjustifiable acts of oppression or of violence against any of the citizens of Haiti, or unjustifiable damage or destruction of their property caused by any of the personnel in question. Shortly after General Barnett's accusations became public, Clifford A. Tinker, writing in the Stars and Stripes, a soldier weekly published in Washington, on the basis of the court-martial records, incidentally admitted the killing of prisoners without trial or other formality, in a way which aroused widespread protests against Prussian barbarity when it was practiced by the Germans in the European War. This was quoted in the Literary Digest of November 13, 1920. The writer justified these killings on the ground that otherwise the Marines would have been handicapped by their prisoners. He also presented a circumstantial account of the killing of 2 Haitians, Leonard Placide and Destine Jean, by a Marine who afterward went insane, whereas the court allots 1 unjustifiable homicide to each of 2 Marines. The whole report is called evasive humbug in a statement issued by the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, with headquarters in New York. Obviously, the truth about Haiti cannot be brought out by any military inquiry, says this statement, which accuses the naval investigators of suppressing evidence. The statement suggests a congressional investigation, and concludes, most of the Haitians were killed in what were called caco hunts, in which fleeing people, often unarmed, were shot down by machine guns, whose bullets did not discriminate between the sexes. In fact, all the killings of Haitians by Marines were indiscriminate killings, illegal and unjustified by international or any law other than that of force. The socialist New York Call and the liberal Nation are almost equally bitter and contemptuous. The Call suggests that a naval court of inquiry upon the acts of naval forces in Haiti might be regarded as a theme for a comic opera. Far and solidly on the other side of the fence are the New York Tribune and the New York World, respectively Republican and Democratic, but in thorough agreement on the subject of the Marines in Haiti. Such a charge was out of harmony with the record of the Marine Corps, with its high reputation for discipline and self-control, says the Tribune. It has earned the gratitude of the Haitian people, comments the World. It is well to have its services more fully known, not merely for the confusion of hostile critics, but in confirmation of the good name it has earned so often in other fields of duty. The New York Evening Post concludes an editorial of mild agreement with these encomiums with the observation that this report does not dispose of the question of the justice of our rule in Haiti. President Dartigounov from the beginning attributed small importance to the naval inquiry. His complaint is against our civil administration, the alleged shortcomings of which he lays to incompetent American officials. Nothing short of a congressional investigation can get at the facts on this side of our activities in Haiti. All that we have had thus far are obviously biased and extreme charges and official denials.